Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, as the festivities continue to go on in Normandy, and as President Barack Obama will come face to face with Russian President Vladimir Putin, let's first focus on the real crisis in Europe, which is happening in Ukraine. We have some information. Are you serious? Get a cup of coffee and let me just try to explain to you what has happened. Have we forgotten what we came through 70 years ago, or have we never learned the horrors and the destruction and the unstableness and the fears and the death that war brings? Well, controversy and bloodshed continues in the Ukraine, in eastern part of Ukraine today, after a coordinated military assault on the pro-Russian separatists in the region has resulted in at least one city reclaimed by Kiev government and rumors of a mass exodus of people. See, the war is raging. The war is on. The Ukrainian war is on. You will see a counter-offensive right after the Normandy holiday weekend is over. You will see Vladimir Putin may actually send Russian troops into Kiev to help fight back and to start taking back some of this property that the pro-Russian forces have lost. I'm predicting that's what he's going to do. He will do an all-out invasion because he's going to be upset about this weekend anyway. He's going to be upset. He's going to feel like he was snubbed somehow in the Normandy 70, that the Allied forces got all the glory, and he may even feel snubbed or slighted or rejected or whatever from President Obama. I mean, I don't know what he's going to feel, but there's a lot of pride here. When you're talking President Obama, who has a ton of pride, he's the leader of the free world, and you have Vladimir Putin, who's filled with pride, who believes he's the new leader of the world. And these two titans are clashing, folks, and the battlefield is not only Ukraine, but it's Syria also. And this is Bible prophecy. I mean, the destruction of Damascus is Isaiah 17, verse 1, and Jeremiah 49, 23 through 27. Now, let's go back to Ukraine. So, the Ukrainian government forces from Kiev retook one of their cities on Thursday. The Ukrainian military recaptured Krasny Liman, making a rare victory for the Kiev government. As CNN is reporting, however, the battles have caused immense damage, resulting in the shelling of a local hospital. See, it's war, folks. It's outright just full-blown war is breaking loose. Meanwhile, Russian President Dmitry Medvedev said that hundreds of Ukrainians have fled to Russia following the military assault, a statement that Kiev continues to deny. At least 4,000 people have already fled eastern Ukraine to Russia. Are you serious? Folks, it's going on. Hospitals are getting blown up. People are being killed. Bullets and aircraft's been used. Helicopters have been shot down. Russian jets have been flying over. There's been all kinds of activity in the Black Sea. There's been wars and now rumors of wars, but now actual fighting. 4,000 people had to flee into Russia. Meanwhile, Medvedev said mostly these are women and children requesting asylum. He ordered the government support for regions receiving refugees, which are in a very difficult situation. This is part of the plan. Let the chaos begin. Let the refugees start pouring over the borders. Have some footage of some hospitals getting blown up. And all of a sudden, Vladimir Putin will send in reinforcements. Instead of just pro-Russian militants fighting against the nation of Ukraine's new government from Kiev, the Russians will send in their troops. They will send in their troops. I look for it to happen early next week. I really do. Right after the Normandy weekend is over. 70th anniversary. Today's D-Day. Today is D-Day. This was the day 70 years ago that the Allied forces come ashore and thousands of U.S. GIs died in the sands to give freedom to Europe that was under the oppression of the Nazism of Adolf Hitler. And the Russians were helping us defeat the Germans. And now, 70 years to the day later, we have a civil war, a proxy war, really, being fought between the United States of America and the European Union allies who represent Ukraine's new government against Mother Russia and Vladimir Putin. And the proxy war is being fought where? Right in Ukraine, as well as right in Syria. As Putin is backing President Assad of Syria in alliances with Iran and Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, while the United States is backing the Syrian rebels who are supported by the Muslim Brotherhood and Al-Qaeda. Are you serious? Someone said, well, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Really? We do more than just negotiate with terrorists. We put guns in their hands. We've been doing it. I'm just being honest. It's time to be honest. It's just time to be honest. The sheer numbers, however, may support Russia's claims, according to the Wall Street Journal, this is what I was telling you, which lies on Russia's southeastern border with Ukraine. Officials told Interfax news agency that the temporary housing had been prepared for 2,600 people, not for the 4,000 that have already crossed the border. Some statements predicted even higher exodus of Ukrainians coming across into Russia, with as high as 7,000 Ukrainians have already crossed in a 24-hour period. So analysts say that the exodus proves that Ukraine's control over its borders is weakening, a claim that Kiev denies. And Ukraine's State Border Service said there is no evidence of a mass exodus from eastern Ukraine. Yet CNN is reporting that it is a fact. The Ukrainian authorities are refusing to see any humanitarian problems. They are even speaking about the absence of refugees. They say it's a lie. So on one side, Ukraine's government says there's nobody leaving. And on the other side, Russia's saying there's 7,000 already here. And they're still coming. We got a problem. So the propaganda war is in full spin. The diplomatic war between Obama and Putin, you'll see, it's fully engaged. They may not even speak to each other today. I'll talk about that in the next video. They might just stare at each other or stare each other down. Who knows? They might have a handshake and then one squeeze the other guy's hand and try to break it. Who knows what these leaders will do? But the propaganda war is in full speed ahead. The diplomatic war is in full gallop. And the military war is now real. Real blood is being spilled. Real lives are dying. Real people are fleeing. Real situations. And no matter which side you're on this, whether you are pro-Russia or pro-American or European Union on this, folks, how in the world, 70 years after the defeat, 70 years to the day of D-Day, 70 years after we had to come together to defeat this demonic spirit of Adolf Hitler and neo-Nazism, can we be this far apart? Greed, power hungry. See what it is. The New World Order is in the process of rising, and everybody wants to be the top dog. Everyone wants to be the one that runs it. And that's what you're seeing. They're battling for who will lead it. Then they will come together once that's determined. That is the time frame we're in Bible prophecy. I'll be preaching. I'm going to do a live show at 12 noon Eastern at my website today, right here from Toronto, Canada. So be there for a 2-hour show at 12 noon Eastern. And then I'll be preaching live tonight, broadcast also at my website at approximately 7:30 p.m. from a convention here at Faith and Power Ministries here in Toronto, Canada. We're broadcasting it live also at my website tonight at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. I'll see you guys all day today, different times. God bless.